What's going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics so you don't drown too. I'm just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. Let's get straight into it, shall we?
I'm calling out all the parents. If you're a parent and your child is in pre-K to elementary school to high school, I'm calling you out. The children today, I have never experienced, and I'm 22. Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience of my life. I teach 5-year-olds ballet, 5-year-old girls ballet. I have a class of 10 students. They don't respect any authority. You ask them, can you stand in your designated spot? They're telling you no and shut up. They're throwing things at each other. They're throwing things at other people, other classmates.
Well, throwing things at other people and throwing things at other classmates, they are young. I mean, I know I was doing that when I was young, but we was just like horse playing. But just straight up being disrespectful, not too much. I mean, there was some of that, but I mean, the way that you describing it is crazy from a 5-year-old. I mean, I've seen some badass young kids, and the problem is the parents. 100% the problem is the parents because around 5 years old, a kid is supposed to understand that adults, it's a whole nother world and you listen to adults. So that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. And it's ballet. Why would they not even want to listen to you? That's crazy.
You say, can everybody sit in their spot? I don't want to. I'm not doing that. You don't get to tell me what to do. You're not my mom. You confront the parent. The parent tries to argue with you and fuss at you because you tried to reprimand and redirect their kid. I told a young little girl, please sit in your spot. You're not my mom. You don't tell me what to do. Okay. When her mom came to pick her up, I said, hey, your daughter's having a hard time following instructions. And 7 times today, I've had to redirect her to just sit in her spot. Well, clearly she didn't want to sit, and mind you, this is a mom. Clearly she didn't want to fucking sit right there. So, I mean, if she's telling you she don't want to do something, why keep asking her to do it? You know she's not going to do it.
Now, from this video, from what this lady is speaking, you can hear that she's not cursing, so 100%. Yeah, you dealt with a ratchet ass parent, a good for nothing. You dealt with a good for nothing, and the parent it's crazy because it's generational. So if the parents messed up, more than likely their parents were messed up. I mean, it's very rare for like parents to do good and then their child to be a complete mess up, but it does happen. I've seen it before. But in this case, this little girl who is sitting here not listening, it comes from home. If she not listening to you, she dang sure barely listens to her parent unless her parents beating the dog shit out of her as she gets older. And believe me, growing up, boys and girls got the dog shit beat out of them by their parents. And the parents were bad. So if the parents bad, imagine the kids, how the kids are. So yeah, and the fact of the matter that the parent sat there and instead of her correcting her child or saying that she would try to do something, do better, she's sitting there cursing at you. That's fucking wild. Honestly, I guess you can't get rid of the children because if you could, this that would be an option. Be like, well, if your kid's not gonna listen, they can't take this class. That's what I would do. No reason, and they're only 5. That's crazy.
What world do we live in? Like, what in you guys' brain as a parent says, my kid not following any directions is a great thing. It's not that serious, and y'all don't have a right to tell her what to do. It's sad. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And another thing that's heart-wrenching is horrifying. It is horrifying. Your 5-year-old daughters are asking to listen to Pound Town and Ski Yee. Your 5-year-old daughters are asking, can we hear Pound Town? I'm playing them Princess Tiana ballet music. And they are asking me, can we hear Pound? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I'm so scared for these little girls today because this is the most insane agenda push I have ever seen in my life. We do freeze dance. You guys' daughters are twerking at 5. 5. Where is the parenting? Where?
There is none. That's the fucking problem. You got these sorry ass dudes and you got these sorry ass women. And if I say it again, you want the black community to fix itself. If the women close their legs and stop giving it up to these sorry ass dudes and have some type of dignity, started picking up books because it's crazy. Because in terms of the black community, I'm only gonna speak for the black community. In terms of the black community, there's so much access to information, to education, to grow and nurture themselves, but they rather sit there all day and look at BET. When you have little boys that the only things they know is ball and gun. That's all they know. That's all that they see their dad into. That's all that the kids are into. It is very, very sad. And from what I'm hearing out of this girl, she probably grew up around all of that ratchet shit. And she elevated herself out of that. She probably had really good parents, who told her that there was more to life than this nonsense. And she probably, for all we know, this girl could have been picked on. She's only 22, right? People who don't act the same, right? They get picked on. What is it? You gotta blend in before you show out, because you have a lot of narrow-minded people that they can't understand that there's people who want more, people who want better, and they don't want to be like them. And it's sad because listening to and hearing that 5-year-olds are listening to Pound Town, they want to listen to Pound Town and they want to listen to Ski Yee. I had to look up what the fuck Ski Yee was because I don't listen to that fucking ghetto monkey music. That's exactly what it is. It's music that is detrimental to the black community, the black race. Pound Town and Ski Yee are adult music. It's two adult songs by this fucking rapper named Sexy Red, who, by the way, just to let you know, both songs, as you already know, is about sex. In fact, um, I don't know if this is gonna show you. I don't know if it's showing you in real time properly. It is. Okay. All right. Just to be sure. Sexy Red explains ski yee origin and meaning. The Red says the term is something that geeks or people addicted to drugs will shout at someone they find attractive. Now, I mean, look, I'm gonna like this is not music for children. 100% this is not music for children. And I want to say that Sexy Red knows better. And yet I've seen Sexy Red show up at a school, and the school did not want Sexy Red at the school because she smelled like marijuana, crazy amount of marijuana, and they did not want her there. And the thing that was so crazy is that she was outside the school twerking. Mind you, this is a high school, whatever like that, but still, this is why would you even want to even introduce that to your school? Now, I'm pretty sure I can look at images of Sexy Red and just like, this is not what you want your 5-year-olds this is not a role model. This is not a role model. And I mean, I'm pretty sure we can look at worse things. I don't want to look at the worst things. You get what I'm saying? But again, this is sad. I mean, listen, I had a family member. I went over to her house. We was chilling. She has two daughters. One daughter is really, really sweet, and she likes to talk, and she likes to talk and nag and all of that, but in a sweet way, right? Then she got another daughter. The other daughter, she's sitting there listening to this type of music and she's twerking. The little girl's not even 11, 12 years old. I put a stop to that immediately. And I'm like, yo, do you not see your daughter? You just sit here and let your daughter do that. I know that you're into that shit, but your daughter, you gotta hold another standard. Let's continue. I'm sorry. Let's keep going.
Where's the boundaries? Where's the help? Y'all are not helping your kids. You're hurting them. You guys are hurting them. I come every day dressed, ready to go, and I'm in school too. I'm in college. I mean, I put bows in my hair. I'm wearing leotards. I'm trying to get them interested in like proper things for their age, and you guys are exposing your kids to this raunchy secular music. Why is you guys' 5-year-old's daughter singing Pound Town? And it's just really, 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 it's upsetting. And I feel so bad. And I've watched different techniques. soft skills, soft parenting, gentle parenting. I'm patient. I don't yell. I'll say, hey, let's regroup. If you guys need 5 minutes, let's do some breathing. Your kids are telling me to shut up. You guys as kids are saying, I don't want to do that. I'm not doing that. You're not my mom. They're putting they're hitting each other and hitting other kids. You address the parent. The parents are telling you, you don't tell my daughter what to do. It's not that bad. Well, at least she was in the class. At least. It's all these excuses. Y'all come in and you're more worried about what's going on your Instagram and TikTok feed versus being a parent. Be a fucking parent. You guys are horrible fucking parents. Like, I'm sorry to say it, but this generation of some of the mom, not all, but majority that I've dealt with kids that are between the ages of 5 and 4 and 3, you guys don't parent your children at all. They have no basic comprehension skills. They can't sit still. No attention span. They're hitting people. They can't talk. They can't communicate. They don't even know how to say, like, I want to go to the bathroom.
Well, I mean, sitting still is hard as a kid. You have all that crackhead energy. I mean, that's just kids. That's just kids. You're gonna find something that's good. You're gonna find something that's bad. That's just kids. But the problem is like what you're explaining. It seems as though you just got a whole bunch of badass kids, and that is a fucking problem. That is a huge problem. But the thing is, it's the culture. It is the culture. I guarantee you, if they drop this woman off into a Japanese area with a bunch of Japanese kids, not only would they be learning everything, they will be delighted to be around this lady to learn all of these things, learning ballet and all of this stuff. They wouldn't talk back. They would look at her. They probably would see her as a unique, unique princess or something because she doesn't look like, you know what I'm saying, like you go to other groups. Somebody said it recently. They was like, you know what's crazy, they was like, people try to act like as though race, there's no differences in races, but it seems as though lighter people tend to be much more well off and well mannered than darker skinned people. And I was like, yo, that's fucked up. But let them cook. Let that person cook, because that person's not all the way wrong. And again, this is just fucking terrible.
If you ask them a question, they're rude, nasty, horrible attitudes at 5, and they want to hear Pound Town. What are you guys doing with your kids? What are you guys literally doing with your kids? Because I have never in my life experienced something so horrible. I literally don't even want to teach ballet to you guys' kids anymore because they are so hard to work and deal with. And I literally see why the teachers are quitting and your kids are getting expelled and kicked out, because it's no way.
At 5? What fucking school did you go to? I mean, don't get me wrong. I can see it. You know what I'm saying? And there's just people that they just sit there. That's the reason why you got a lot of teachers that when you got like two kids just fighting in the class, the teachers know where to be found because they're not getting no help. The parents aren't helping. They're not doing nothing. I can see it. This is crazy.
It is literally no way that this is happening. And you guys don't see any issue with it. I tell you, your kid hit someone, and you're saying, well, what the fuck did the little bitch do to my daughter to make her want to hit? Nothing. Literally nothing. Your daughter just decides she wants to put her hands on people, and you don't correct her. You're yelling at me, asking me, why does she feel like she wants to hit? What parenting is happening? You guys are worried about seafood boils and dates and fucking like partying and being a hot mom. You guys are shitty moms, and it needs a change. Stop listening to Sexy Red around your children.
Where's the fathers? You notice she hasn't mentioned one time anything about dads. Now, understand, there's a good chance she's gonna run into another savage, but where's the fathers? I guarantee you, more than not, all of the well-behaved kids you got has a father or a male figure in their lives. Guarantee, guarantee it.
Children. Talk to your kid, interact with them, teach them, listen to them. Teach them to respect authority. Don't say you don't have to listen to anyone unless they're me. Your kids are so horrible and hard to deal with, and I'm blaming the parents because they have horrible guidance.
Yeah,
And it
sounds
needs
about
to be
right.
a change. And I'm asking, can somebody's mom stitch me and say like what the holdup is? What is the issue? Why are you listening to raunchy music around your kids? Why is it that you have to deal with certain people and be rude about it? Why can nobody correct your kid or help them get on a better track? And why do you guys approve and applaud bad behavior? Why? Why? Because I'm telling you, all the teachers that are good and have genuine interest in building your kid, I want to help them. I want to help these little girls realize that they are precious, that they have purpose, that they're beautiful, that they're smart and intelligent, and that they can be somebody. I don't want to see little 5-year-olds trying to twerk to Pound Town. And you guys think that it's cute. And I'm coming on here because it needs to be a change. So please tell me, as an educator, a teacher, and I'm just a ballet teacher. I'm not a regular trained institutional teacher. I'm teaching 5-year-olds ballet, and these are all the problems starting now, and it's no change happening. So what needs to be done and happen to fix this issue? Please, somebody tell me, somebody make it make sense.
You got to separate the people from the culture. There needs to be a separation from the people from the culture. There needs to be people that sit there and go, I am better than this, and I refuse to be around this. This is a generational fucking problem. And now I'm going to talk about more races than just Afro Americans, than black Americans. The problem is, you've ever heard the saying, do as I say, not as I do? The problem is, the kid is seeing what you do. The kid is the spitting image of you. They're like sponges. They're going to take every single thing you do and they're going to emulate it. They're gonna emulate it. They can sit there and they can hate you and all of that, but a lot of the traits that they develop come from you. And a lot of times, like I said, I guarantee it more than not, a lot of these little girls don't have a father figure in their lives. And I'm not sitting here saying moms can't do it. What I am sitting here saying is that when you have one role model in your life, it is very hard. It is very, very hard. And granted, I'm not sitting here saying it needs to be the baby's father, the father of the child, but an actual positive male figure in these children's lives to keep the mother in check. And also for the mother, also to sit there and to show this is what this is what it looks like to be proper. This is what it looks like, when you have some type of structure. Because if the mom's wilding out all the time, the kid is gonna wild out all the time. You want to know why? Because she wants to emulate her mother because that's what she sees and that's what she thinks the world is supposed to be like. So when you come around and you're telling her to do these things, why should she listen to you when their own mother's not even listening to them, not giving them no time? Whenever that something's going down, oh, you're on punishment, but then they walk off and they go party. If you know, you know. If you've experienced it, you know what I'm talking about. There's one thing that I remember a long time ago. There was a dude who told me, "Oh, my son can't go out and I can't go out either." And I said, "What do you mean you can't go out? You're not going to go." He was like, "I can't go out either. I'm stuck here with his ass." So he was like, "We stuck here together because my son did something bad. Now he grounded, I'm grounded." It was, mind you, kid wasn't a bad kid. You know what I'm saying? But dad, listen, I'm grounded. You grounded. I'm grounded too. Ain't nobody enjoying none. We're gonna sit here and both be miserable together. That's good parenting. That's good parenting. Oh, your kid did something bad. Okay, we gonna come home and we gonna figure out what the problem is and how we gonna go about this later. And I'm not sitting here saying you can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't enjoy life, but if your kid is running rampaging, you know what I'm saying? Guarantee you, the parent that stays home with the child, you grounded, I'm grounded. That kid doesn't grow up to sit there and say, I was afraid of police, so I started attacking people. I tried to run away from police and I ended up getting shot, or some bullshit like that. Compared to a parent who sits there and let their child twerk, who's only 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and they sitting there with some motherfucking dude on the other side of the house who ain't the baby father, who they have a dysfunctional relationship. You don't think that kid sees that? Let's finish off this video.
Because I'm telling you, I'm this close to quitting and saying I'd never want to work with people's kids again, because this has been the most horrible experience. I've never dealt with an experience like this. Listening to raunchy music around your kids needs to stop. Applauding bad behavior needs to stop. Not giving your kid your attention but throwing an iPad at them or a tablet because you don't want a parent needs to stop.
What I just said.
I'm coming on here and I'm begging you guys, I'm asking you to really please make a change. Make a change. Your kids' lives are depending on it for y'all to make a change.
Hmm? She ain't wrong. It starts early. It really does. And now, all video aside, that's a pretty young thing right there, man. Fellas, that's the type of quality of woman you go after. You pay attention not to what she shows you. You pay attention to what she shows you. You don't pay attention to what. This is the type of character that you want in a relationship, fellas. White, black, Spanish. This is what you want. You don't want the fly baddie. This is the girl you want. You see how she's talking. You see what she cares about. You see what's important to her. This is mom. This is mother material. This is wifey material, right? This is the type. You see how she cares. That's what you want. You don't want the girls out there who, yeah, she got a fat ass, but she don't know how to manage money. Oh yeah, she look great, but she's always starting problems. Nah, you want this. This is what you call a good quality woman. Anyway, and that's crazy coming from me because I was told before that I didn't like black women, which if I had I do have a preference and it's not black women, right? Like if my first choice is not black women, though I've been attracted to black women. You know when I've been attracted to black women? I know this is a tangent. You know when I've been attracted to black women? When they're making sense. I've been around too many black women that don't make sense and they get away with getting into the late stages of their lives still not making sense. It completely turned me off from them because that's all I've been around. So when again, I saw a black girl reading a book on a car, and it wasn't one of them sex books. It was the sexiest thing in the world. I had to walk across the street and hide my erection. That shit was hot. Seeing a girl read a book? What? Crazy. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you next time. Peace.